Since you clicked on this video, I assume you already know what Charlie's Inferno is, but in case you don't, Charlie's Inferno is a song about a guy who thinks he's going to heaven because of his supposed good deeds, but ultimately goes to hell. The song blew up in popularity recently in meme culture, and since I discovered it through that, I have really have come to love the song. I've reflected on it a lot, unlike other songs, and I've wanted to really make this video for a long time, so without further ado, let's go over what specific sins Charlie committed according to the Bible.
Kept his showers ice cold, used eco-friendly light bulbs.
Rode his bicycle to work when the gasoline price rose. He'd judge with no pretense, fish on the weekends. Each morning get up, do the pledge of allegiance. Never swim in the ocean for fear of shark attacks. By month he get his wife a rose with a cord attached.
Our first few sins on the list are sins of omission. Sins of omission can be summarized in James 4:17. To him that knoweth to do good, and doeth it not, to him it is sin. In the song, Charlie is said by his own admission that he went to church and obeyed the law. However, aside from these New Testament commandments, he didn't help the poor, feed the hungry, visit the sick, or be there for people. In fact, there isn't any mention of him helping people at all. He presumably supports his wife financially, but that's it. Instead, he did very minor things that were not beneficial to anybody, as they were quite inconsequential. For example, his use of eco-friendly light bulbs does nothing if everyone else still buys non-eco-friendly products, and when he himself uses his car during periods of low gas prices, which harms the ozone layer. Despite going to church, he never heeded to the commands taught during the sermons. Instead, he was merely a hearer of the word and not a doer.
Avoiding all the little things that were hard to add.
The next sin is cowardice. According to Revelation 21:8, cowards shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Charlie himself was a coward, as he avoided all the little things that were hard to ask. He never did anything that was outside his comfort zone. Instead, he opted to do something as little as possible to make up for his inaction in more important matters. We could also say Charlie was a slothful person, as he was spiritually lazy and neglected to do what God commands due to discomfort. As St. Thomas Aquinas explains, sloth is an oppressive sorrow which, to wit, so weighs upon man's mind that he wants to do nothing. Thus acid things are also cold. Hence sloth implies a certain weariness of work, as appears from a gloss on Psalm 106:18. Their soul abhorred all manner of meat, and from the definition of some who say that sloth is a sluggishness of the mind which neglects to begin good.
Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I go to church on Sunday, truly usually more, screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door. Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before, screaming at the demons while they pushed him through the door.
Finally, we have the sin of pride. Charlie expects that he should be in heaven as he did all the right things. He obeyed the law, went to church, was polite and mannerly, calling people sir and ma'am. He sincerely thinks he is good enough for heaven, something the New Testament proclaims to be impossible. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. In Christian theology, if you believe that you're good enough for heaven, you commit the sin of self-righteousness, and it's an inherently prideful mindset to have. So taking all that we have seen about Charlie's sins, we can see that the underlying problem for him, biblically speaking, was that he trusted in himself rather than Christ. His faith wasn't genuine, but merely an intellectual assent to doctrine rather than trust which transforms life, and so his actions reflected that. He didn't truly love his neighbor as he never sought to serve them. He never valued good as he preferred comfort, and he didn't truly honor God as he thought he could use his good deeds as a bargain for heaven. If someone truly believes in something, they will act accordingly.
What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, Depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope this little thought experiment was enjoyable for you, and that maybe you learned something along the way too. I had fun making this, and I look forward to making more videos soon. If you're interested in more, consider subscribing. Either way, I hope you have a great day.